Peace. Bring it all to peace. The storm surrounding me, let it break at your name. Still. Call the sea to still. The rage in me to still. Every wave at your name. When I think of peace, these lyrics always hit me right in the feels. I think of the moments in my life where I can say that I experienced peace. Some of you may not know this about me. I think a lot of you do know this, but there's the fact that I've been involved in the Easter presentation since 2013. Since 2013, I've been involved in writing the Easter presentation, in directing it, and in almost every single presentation to also have a role in the play as well. Now, this is not because I am so egotistical that I need to be involved, but usually because we need certain people to be in the play. And one of the demographics that we miss out on sometimes is younger guys. Since 2013, there's only been 1 year that I haven't been directly involved in the Easter presentation, and I believe that was 2015 when we did It Is Written. One of my hardest and most difficult years with the Easter presentation was in my first year, the inaugural year of the play, 2013, when we were working on He Lives. We didn't have a lot of people sign up. We didn't have great rehearsals, including the dress rehearsal, like 2 days before the presentation. And 2 weeks before the presentation, we had people with speaking roles drop out of the play. In 2016, we did I Am. And up to a week before the Easter presentation, we still didn't have a Jesus. It's kind of a big deal when you're putting together an Easter play. This past year, for our final production of The Road, we were looking at rehearsals that were over 3 hours long for a production that was over 2 hours long and required an intermission. But we were kind of worried and concerned that people would get bored with our Easter presentation, but we didn't feel like we had any place where we could cut. One thing that sustained me and kept me going was the knowledge that Jesus provides peace. That the Holy Spirit accompanying us provides us with peace in the moments when the storm is raging all around us. Psalms 4 verses 8 says this, "In peace and with a tranquil heart I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety and confident trust." The Lord provides us with peace to lie down in safety and confident trust. Have you known peace? Have you experienced God's peace in your life? I'm not referring to the times where we do every single thing that we can within our power to ensure an outcome that is good according to us. I'm not talking about the times where you run around trying to think of everything and your brain is working in overdrive and you're doing every single thing you can to ensure yourself success. I'm talking about the times where you're in the midst of the storm, when you're in the midst of a turbulent time and you experience God's peace. In closing, I'm going to leave you with John 16 verses 33. I know that Nathan used this recently, but hopefully you'll be okay with me using it. It says, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have perfect peace. In the world you have tribulation and distress and suffering, but be courageous. I have overcome the world. My conquest is accomplished, my victory abiding." I think I've shared this verse with you myself. It's a super common verse and one that was shared a ton in the beginning of the COVID-19 situation. Constantly people were dropping it. But I want to give you a scenario here. Let me paint a picture. Maybe you're going through something right now. Maybe you're experiencing something that you are not accustomed to. It's exhausting, it's draining, it's frustrating, and it's upsetting. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to do yourself a favor. I want you to cry out to God right now. Wherever you are, I want you to cry out to God. I want you to yell. I want you to scream. I want you to let it out. And then I want you to give it over to God. Whatever it is that you're facing right now, quit trying to do it alone. I want you to give it over to God and allow God to give you His perfect peace in this situation. In the midst of the storm that you're in right now, Experience the peace that only God can give. Challenge yourself to read the Psalms and listen, read, learn how David, in the midst of a challenging time, years on the road, years on the run, years hiding in caves, how he cries out to God, and God is able to provide him peace, the same peace that God is able to provide you. In 2013, I stood in the shower on a Sunday morning, and I remember it like it just happened yesterday. I cried in the shower out to God. I said, God, I can't do this anymore. I can't do these rehearsals, the pain in my chest, the sleepless nights. I cannot do this play anymore, Lord. Please help me. And in that moment, I experienced the peace of God come flooding into my life. And I'm telling you one thing, it's hard sometimes for us to rely on God and to call out and to cry out to him. But it gets a lot easier when you start somewhere. So you can start today. You can begin to give over the battles, the rage, the storm right now over to God. And I promise you, it does get easier over time. That's all for me. God bless you. Have a great day.